Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Little by little, truth is coming from around the world. To circle the world, the truth takes a month and the lie takes an hour. So it's been like a month already, and the truth starts to appear regarding the Hamas attack on Israel. And not necessarily that Hamas attack on Israel, but the time, how long before the attack occurred, the Israelis knew. It's about a year. They had the plans of Hamas attacks, and they ignored it. I said this maybe the first or second day, maybe the second or third day after that happened, and I was asking, how did Israel not know about anything? And they came with an answer after a few days. The Palestinians did not use, or Hamas, I'm not putting them together, but which one I should pick, because they're Palestinians, aren't they? So the Palestinians did not use the telephone or communication. I said, even that's impossible, because there were so many people involved. And from one to another, at one point you must have a reporter, okay, a snitch, a guy over there who's going to report to the Israeli, which they did, they knew about it. So my question, as I said, the first or second day was, these guys with their intelligence being over there, being infiltrated, monitoring everything from everywhere, it's almost impossible they didn't know, almost impossible. And after I said that, after a month, we had, if you remember, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. That's the second video I made here, November 9th, 2023, and quote unquote, this guy, Pink Floyd's Roger Waters, asked same question I did about Israel's Intel failure, because they said, well, it was an Intel failure. No, it was something else. It was something else. We don't know yet. The truth is about to come. It's still traveling until they're going to come and tell us two things. The version it is right now, it's pushed forward, is the Israelis just ignored it for a year. They said, well, because of the patriarchy. That's an article actually more than one articles, saying that because someone in the intelligence who reported, put together all this piece of information, hey, those guys are planning this, were female, somehow the male ignored it. That was the first imbecility. The second one said, well, they ignored it because they said it's almost impossible. It can't, you know, but you don't know. How much do you know? Remember September 11, 2001. Remember those attacks? The CIA, whatever it was then, and FBI received some tips. Hey, something with the tall, big buildings to be something. So they knew. What are you going to do? Close the buildings? What? Put helicopters around? What are you going to do? Put air defense systems? You don't know how they're going to be attacked. But that was a general piece of information, as they said then. Now, I don't know if that's the extent, that minimum piece of information was this extent, or they knew more. The way I know governments, I think they could have known more. I didn't say they knew. Now, regarding the Israel failure, the same thing. It seems like they knew more than the Americans knew at September 11. I have here an attack. Yeah, I have here an article from the Telegraph, which is going to tell us how much kind of they know. The truth is still coming. It's still coming to us. Not that kind of come, but coming over. So here it is. The Telegraph. Israel obtained Hamas plans for October 7 attack more than a year before. Obtained the plans. Okay, page number 3. Okay, and page number 4. All right, here's paragraph number 12. This article comes from December 1st, 2023. So they have the plans. Israeli officials reportedly saw a blueprint for Hamas's October 7 massacre more than a year before it was carried out, prompting fresh questions about the intelligence failure over. But what they claimed, that you got to memorize it, okay, like the 6 million right there. The New York Times reported that Israeli intelligence bosses were passed a 40-page battle plan for the attacks, but dismissed it as unrealistic. That was the thing that comes. Or I'm gonna. It's always a possibility. Or they did like some people said about the September 11th. They allowed it. I don't know if that's true. That's an intellectual question. It's not something that they knew and they. It's a possibility, not a probability, but it's a possibility. And then they showed up with the plans of doing this, and that was a reason to do what they're doing now. Could be. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's illegal to ask question, is it? And everything I did was in the question format. The document code named Jericho Wall. Jesus Christ, these guys are still living in the fucking... reportedly contains plans from, Jericho. How was Jericho, the Israeli army, and the walls collapse with the power of God. Oh my God. The Jericho Wall reportedly contained plans for gliders to enter Israel from Gaza, automatic machine guns on the border, and the use of drones to eliminate security cameras. Those methods were used by Hamas on October 7. Now, to be honest about it, it's like someone said, he started a war, here are the plans. They're going to use tanks. Let's say Russia is going to invade Ukraine. Here's the plans. They're going to invade with tanks, airplanes, missiles, army. Yeah, because usually that's how the wars occur. So drones, gliders, and machine guns. Anyway, but let's be honest here. I mean, machine guns, of course, they will. Automatic machine guns on border and the use of drones to eliminate security cameras. The methods were used by Hamas on October 7th, allowing the terror group to overwhelm Israeli defenses, killing and kidnapping. The newspaper reported that the plan was circulated widely among Israeli military and intelligence leaders. So how in the hell? But dismissed as aspirational, and beyond the military capabilities of Hamas. And I'm quoting, they would have known. I mean, did you see all those rockets fired towards Israel? How do you think, where did they pull those out of their asses? Pak, boom. Do you think they don't need a little bit of putting them, blah, blah, blah? No. All of them, because I don't think it was one location when they did everything. All in the same time, such a coordination in the Ukrainians. The Israeli army was like, that's what they did. Jesus Christ, man. But anyway, let's move on. But dismiss the aspirational. Okay, it is not yet possible, I'm quoting, to determine whether the plan has been fully accepted and how it will be manifested. A military assessment reportedly said. It is thought that if the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, had taken action to prevent the tactics from being deployed on October 7, the attack could have been foiled. I think so too. But at least don't you have when it occurs, this is what you do. When you have this kind of threats, you put together a plan, a general plan to the general garbage Jericho Wall or whatever. You put a plan over there. When you put a plan, you say, in case this has happened, they should have all that ready. So when that happened, you get the first information. They're coming. I don't think the Israelis were all asleep. Right? When they find out about that one, in 3 seconds, pack, plan, boom, wrap, come over here, that jupe, send it, and it's gone. In an hour at the most, the Israelis should be in the positions. So the guys should not have had an hour to maneuver. If they maneuver without being opposed for more than an hour, someone was... No, not yet. No. Wait. Now. Okay, someone was waiting, I think, in the control room. Now. Right. Benjamin Netanyahu is facing questions over the failure of the Israeli intelligence services, which are among the most sophisticated in the world. Say no shit. Now that, when they say intelligence services, that means surveillance, my friends. That is what these guys are doing to us. Those guys are 3 times more because better, because these guys are learning from those, have all kind of how do you call it, software and maneuvers to find out how to do certain things. Even the Romanians were working in the intelligence services with the Israeli intelligence and Mossad and others in listening and doing that. I know that for a fact. All right, now asked on November 7 why he had failed to prevent the attacks, he told ABC News, "It's a very good question, no shit, because the first task of government is to protect blah 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 blah. Clearly we didn't live up to that. We had a big setback." Nah, it doesn't really work like that. Military officials were also aware of a plan to overwhelm the Israeli border wall with the Jericho Wall document quoting the Quran. "Surprise them through the gate. If you do, you will certainly prevail." Yeah, you know what it is? Chutzpah. That means go straight. When I'm not going to give you advice to do that, but the thieves operate usually, their main office or the operational, the control is next to the police headquarters. That's where you do it, because they're looking far away. They don't look under their nose. So they operate here because the police is looking. Who's going to do it here? Nobody's going to do around me. But that's where they hide, close to the police departments. The same here. That's why I say surprise them through the gate. They would not expect the gate right there. Who will be the idiot to come? You expect thieves to come through the back door, through the windows somehow. Not to the door, not in the plane in the daylight, in the middle of the night or something. The same. The assessment bears a chilling resemblance to the actual raid, which saw Hamas fighters break through Israeli barriers using construction vehicles and being a ground assault. Well, let's see what else they have. Joe Biden, we don't care, he's asleep. So that's about it. They had the plans, but those plans with gliders and drones and automatic weapons. Maybe they also mentioned the key role of humans, that humans were involved too. That's a secret, okay? Who else would have operated those machines? Just robots. So here it is, my friends. I know the truth is still coming. It's coming towards us. But I have a gut feeling or a ball feeling that it was. Wait, not yet. Let them. Okay. Boom. Now you go. I just have a gut feeling. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, was it Netanyahu screwed by the intelligence services? Waiting? Was that Netanyahu? Or Netanyahu was part of the whole thing? I don't think Netanyahu was. Maybe because all those protests for months, those were organized from other people who wanted him out of the office. So he said, you know what? How about a little war here? And then I'm going to be the commander-in-chief. But he could have thought of something else, maybe. When you're attacked, then the country unifies. Even the ones who are against you. And the guys who criticize you, then you call them, you know what? Those are just spies or supporters of the enemy. So you take care of them. Everybody with me now. Like Zelensky right now. Everybody with me. You were supposed to be the peacemaker. You are the peacemaker. That kind of peace. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.